The Ford Mustang Boss 351 is one of the most iconic muscle cars ever produced, a true symbol of American performance and engineering prowess. Introduced in 1971, the Boss 351 was part of the first-generation Mustang lineup, a special edition that stood out from the crowd with its aggressive styling, powerful engine, and track-ready capabilities. Its legacy is deeply rooted in the golden era of muscle cars, where horsepower reigned supreme and automotive manufacturers competed fiercely to dominate both the streets and the racetracks. At the heart of the Boss 351 was its most defining feature, the 351 cubic inch V8 engine, known as the Cleveland 351. Unlike other 351 engines of the time, the Boss 351's version was a high-output beast, featuring a solid lifter camshaft, a 4-bolt main block, large ports, high-compression pistons, and a hefty 700 ACFM Holley carburetor. This setup allowed it to produce a factory-rated 330 horsepower and 370 lb-ft of torque. Though many believe the actual output was underrated, the engine's aggressive personality, combined with its high revving capability, gave the Boss 351 a distinct roar that muscle car enthusiasts still cherish today. The performance of the Boss 351 wasn't just about raw power. Ford equipped it with a close ratio, 4-speed manual transmission, and a 3.91.1 traction lock rear differential, ensuring that the power was effectively transferred to the pavement. It could sprint from 0 to 60 mph in just over 5.5 seconds. An impressive feat for its time, with a quarter-mile time in the low 14-second range. These numbers place the Boss 351 among the top-performing muscle cars of the early 70s, competing with heavyweights like the Chevrolet Camaro Z28, Dodge Challenger, and Plymouth Cuda. The design of the Boss 351 was equally impressive. Ford gave the car a bold, aggressive look to match its performance credentials. The 1971 Mustang featured a longer, wider body compared to previous models, with a prominent shark-like front end, quad headlights, and a distinctive twin-scoop hood with functional ram air inlets that fed fresh air directly to the engine. The Boss 351 came standard with blacked-out hood treatments, Boss 351 decals on the fenders, and Magnum 500 wheels wrapped in performance tires. Its stance was low and menacing, exuding an aura of power even when parked. Inside, the Boss 351's interior was all business. While it offered a few comfort features, the focus was clearly on performance. High-back bucket seats provided support during spirited driving, and the dashboard featured a full set of gauges, including a tachometer with an 8,000 RPM red line. A Hurst T-handle shifter gave the driver precise control over gear changes, reinforcing the car's muscle car roots. Though not overly luxurious, the interior was functional, sporty, and perfectly in tune with the car's purpose. Despite its outstanding performance and aggressive styling, the Boss 351 had a relatively short production run. Ford produced the model for only 1 year, 1971, making it a rare and highly sought-after collector's car today. Approximately 1,806 units were built, which adds to its exclusivity and desirability among enthusiasts. Its rarity, combined with its performance pedigree, has ensured that the Boss 351 remains a legend in the muscle car world. One of the factors contributing to its brief production run was the changing automotive landscape in the early 1970s. Increasing insurance costs for high-performance cars, stricter emission regulations, and the looming oil crisis all played a role in the decline of the muscle car era. Additionally, Ford shifted its focus toward more luxury-oriented and fuel-efficient vehicles, leading to the discontinuation of many high-performance models like the Boss 351. However, the car's brief existence only added to its mystique, cementing its status as a high point in Mustang history. The Boss 351's legacy extends beyond its production years. It left an indelible mark on the Mustang brand and inspired future performance models. The Boss name was revived in 2012 with the Boss 302, a modern interpretation that paid homage to the original Boss cars of the late 1960s and early 1970s. While the Boss 302 garnered much attention, Enthusiasts still look back at the Boss 351 as a unique and underrated gem from the muscle car era. Today, the Boss 351 is a prized possession for collectors and classic car enthusiasts. Restored examples can fetch high prices at auctions, especially those with original parts and documentation. Car shows and Mustang gatherings often feature beautifully maintained Boss 351s, proudly displayed by owners who understand and appreciate their historical significance. For many, owning a Boss 351 is not just about having a classic car. It's about preserving a piece of American automotive history. Driving a Boss 351 is an experience like no other. The raw power of the engine, the mechanical feel of the shifter, and the roar of the exhaust create an